Hello, welcome to MediLab, and thank you for participating in our study. So, before we begin the study, I have to explain a little bit of the process. As you know, it's a study about sleep and insomnia in college students. So it's going to take about 3 months, and we're just going to one night every 2 weeks, we're going to ask you to come to our lab and sleep in one of our simulation bedrooms. I know that sounds really kind of creepy, but trust me, they're set up like real bedrooms, and we're going to monitor you while you sleep. So we'll have cameras in the room, and we're going to monitor your sleep patterns and your brain patterns, and potentially, if you would like to, have you try some of our experimental sleep aids. And so hopefully we can, through your participation, we can help you learn more about your insomnia and why you have it, and you can help us learn more about insomnia in general so we can help you and people like you. Okay, so you've already signed the consent and the release forms, right? Okay, so all that we're going to do today is I have to ask you some pre-study questions just about your sleep habits. So my first question is, how did you hear about this study? You saw a flyer on your college campus? Okay. Number 2 is, what made you decide to participate in this study? Okay. And have you had that insomnia for your whole life? That's always been a problem, or has it just become a problem recently? In high school? Okay. Alright. So, about how many hours of sleep do you get per night on average? About 6? Well, 6 doesn't sound too bad. Okay, so it's not... Alright, well that actually takes me to my next question. Do you wake up frequently during the night? Okay, a lot. About how many times per night do you think, on average? 3 or 4? So when you told me that you get 6 hours of sleep, that's like the total time that you're attempting to sleep, but then you wake up in between there, so it's not actually 6 full hours. Right, okay. And when you wake up in the middle of the night, about how long does it take you to fall back asleep after that? Almost an hour, okay. I don't blame you for coming in, that sounds pretty rough. So, before you go to sleep, when you're first laying down and trying to sleep, about how long does it take you to fall asleep in that case? About an hour also? Okay. And do you take any medications for sleep? Just for sleep, specifically? No. Would you be interested in taking some medications? Do you think it's bad enough that you would like to take medication? If it would help? Okay. Well, that's what part of this study is for, is to find out if it would help, so hopefully we can figure that out. Do you take any other medications, not just for sleep? No? Okay. Alright, and how often do you exercise per week on average? 2 or 3 times. Alright, that's not bad. And when you exercise, what time of the day is it? in the evening? So, is that like before dinner or after dinner? Like what time in the evening? After dinner. Around 8 o'clock, you said? 8 or 9? Okay. And the reason I ask you that is sometimes exercising in the evening can contribute to insomnia because it kind of wakes your body up and starts releasing all these chemicals and then you can't get relaxed. Okay, do you watch TV or use a computer in the evening before you go to sleep? You do. Which? You're usually on your laptop? Okay. Now, do you use your laptop or watch TV actually in your bed, not necessarily in the evening, but just sitting in your bed? You do. Do you normally do homework in your bed or any other kind of work? You do. Alright, and do you watch the news? You do? What time of day do you typically watch it? In the morning. So you have it on when you're getting ready for class? So you're not really watching it per se, it's just kind of like background noise? Okay. Alright. And do you do other things in your bed besides sleep? I know that you mentioned that you do homework. Do you do anything else? You talk on the phone? Okay. Alright, and do you drink caffeine or consume any other kind of caffeine? Yes. How do you consume that? Because you know there's coffee, there's sodas, there's caffeine pills, caffeine supplements, there's all kinds of stuff. So what kind of caffeine specifically do you take? Coffee. And how much or how often do you think you drink coffee? Okay, a cup every morning? And then sometimes in the afternoon too? Ever in the evening? No, okay. Alright. And when you do sleep, do you have vivid dreams? Like, can you remember your dreams? Are they really clear? No. How about nightmares? Do you have frequent nightmares? No? Okay, that's good. And I have one final question, and that is, what do you, for yourself personally, hope to achieve from participating in this study? Okay. So, just to make sure I understand you and kind of summarize, you wanted to more or less learn about what kind of lifestyle habits that you have which might be affecting your sleep. Great, okay. Well, we will certainly hope to help you do that. Alright, that's all the questions that I have. Do you have any questions for me about the study or what it entails or what you need to do? Okay. Well, that's everything that I have, and that's all that we really need from you today. So we have your phone number and your contact information, so you'll be contacted by someone from this lab to set up your first actual sleep observation session. Are there any particular dates that you want us to avoid? Like any dates that you know for sure you're going to be busy that night? The 14th. That whole weekend? You're going out of town? Okay, perfect. We'll make sure not to schedule you for that weekend. Alright, so if there's nothing else that you need, then we'll be in touch, and thank you for coming, and thank you for participating in our study. It was nice to meet you too. Bye.